You know, not all new construction homes are the same. Here's some ways to identify quality and not regret. And here's my promise. I'll show you what to look for before you sign on the dotted line. Number one is your builder. What is the builder's reputation? Some builders have great reputations, and if you do enough research or if you ask enough people, you're gonna find that out. I know in our marketplace, there's a couple names that always elevate to the top. It's like everybody's talking about this contractor or this architect is the best, and their reputation precedes themselves. And you can also earn the same reputation on the bottom of the list, but oftentimes those builders that end up on the bottom of the list for reputation, they're out of business quickly. So does that builder have a great reputation? Be sure to do some research on that. Number two is structural integrity. There's certainly city codes that requires a home to be built structurally sound. But I always recommend to have a full home inspection done because sometimes things can slip through the cracks or a city inspector misses a little thing and all of a sudden you've got a structural integrity issue that you're going to have to deal with. Now granted, with brand new construction, there is a Senate Bill 800 in California that protects you. Senate Bill 800 provides certain items that have to be warranted for new construction homes by the builder. But even though they're warranted, do you really want to deal with a problem? Nobody does. So always a good idea to have a professional home inspector take a look at the home so they can give it their seal of approval. Number three is material quality. Now, this is probably one of the more challenging things to figure out when it comes to material quality. If you've been around new construction before, you can start to recognize it almost immediately when you walk into a home. But if this is your first time, it's hard to tell. So when it comes to material quality, if you can bring in a professional like a home designer or even another contractor who can look at some of these things to point out the quality of the materials that are used, because the less expensive the quality, the faster they wear out. And you'll see this in flooring materials, countertop materials, cabinet materials. These are the finished products that are going into the home. So pay very close attention to the finished materials. Number four is layout practicality. How is the layout of the home? Is it set up in a way that would meet the needs of most home buyers? Would it meet the needs of a multi-person family, a single person, a business person that works out of their home? You know, is the flow feel right? So you can buy a brand new home, it's beautiful, they use great quality, but the floor plan is really not conducive to other home buyers that can really be detrimental in your future sales price if they've nailed everything else but the floor plan. The other is identifying great architects. Great architects know exactly how to lay out a property properly, and the resale value of homes with great architects are through the roof. You'll see it in every single community. And number five is future maintenance. How well does the builder stand up to the quality of work? What warranties are they providing outside of the state mandated warranties? Are they providing additional warranties or are they not? Do they have a reputation in town that they stand up for the work? And when you call about an issue with the home, do they come out and fix it? It doesn't take a lot of conversations as you're walking around a community and talking to people within that industry to quickly learn who has a great reputation, who doesn't have a great reputation, who stands behind the work. So those are the five major components of identifying quality new construction. To review what they are is number one, the builder's reputation. Number two is the material quality. Number three is structural integrity. And number four, the floor plan or the layout practicality. And number five is the future maintenance and the warranties that come with that home. Hopefully this helps guide you in your search for your new home.